Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your mid-April tarot forecast, and your theme for mid-April is the Six of Cups, familiarity, nostalgia, innocence, childhood memories. So you might be thinking a lot about the past, okay? You also might be regressing a little bit to things to self-soothe, for example, like bubble baths, or maybe like little things that you used to do as a child. Which is totally fine. Like, we really need to take care of our inner child. So it is okay to do those things. Like, if you want to cook yourself like your favorite childhood meal that maybe you've never had as an adult, like, do it. So just really nourishing the inner child is the positive way to use this nostalgia energy, okay? Whew. All right, let's see what's going on. So I have shuffled the cards off camera, but I'm just showing you that I'm cutting them. Whoa. Oh! And I've got 3 different decks. I've got my Tarot of the Cat deck, Tarot of the Thoth, and Mystic Mondays, representing what's happening on the surface, beneath the surface, and advice cards. Ooh. Ooh la la. So make sure you definitely stick around until the end, where you pick your own destiny cards. Oh my gosh! If you're single, this might be a good one. Cool. Okay. Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. All right, so interesting. All right, so first I'll show you what's going on the surface for the 3rd and the 4th week, and then I'll show you like week by week, beneath the surface, advice card, etc. Okay, so this is just what's on the surface. Remember, what's beneath the surface is going to aspect it very differently, possibly, maybe not. But look at this, third week, 4th week. 3rd week, we've got the Page of Wands, so I feel like there's some sort of a message. It could honestly be like a text that you receive. It could be a phone call. It could be a new piece of information that is enlightening. It might, like, that little bit of information that like completes that last little puzzle piece. It might be about a lover, okay? Honestly, like, if you're married, this could be like someone that you have a crush on outside of the marriage. It could be within the marriage, obviously. If you're single, like, this could be, you know, someone new that you've met. And so maybe you receive a message from them. I'm hearing a lot of that going on, like, sorry, just within my own circle, and even myself, like, just receiving messages from like guys I haven't heard from for like years, literally years. So, but this actually might turn into, I'm not saying it's that for you, but this message might actually turn into some sort of a love relationship and a connection. Definitely romantic. It could be a possible Gemini influence as well, or it could be like a fire sign. Anyways, yeah, so I feel like, I don't know, you could be the one sending the message, but I feel like most of you will be receiving the message, receiving the information. This is so cool. Okay, this is what's happening during the 3rd week when you receive the message. Okay, so on the surface, we've got the Page of Wands. And then beneath the surface, we've got the Eon, which in many decks is Judgment. And then we've got your advice card as the Emperor. Okay, so this is kind of what I feel. Even though this message might seem like a little bit like, oh, but it's not like a huge deal, beneath the surface, it's a huge deal, because the Eon is like a crossroads. I also feel like in this deck, the Thoth deck, it is almost like there's influence of like your ancestors and spirit guides that have kind of helped nudge this message to happen, things to go in this particular direction. Very spiritual wands, very spiritual card. Can be sexual as well. Anyways, yeah, so I think it might seem not that big of a deal, but it really is. This is like life-changing. This is like a huge, this is like the tip of the iceberg. It's massive what's underneath. Your advice is the Emperor. So I feel like the Emperor is very like, has really solid boundaries. You know, people don't mess with the Emperor. They also have a respect for rules, laws. This could be like an Aries influence as well, but they're also like, can be a little bit fearless in a sense, or they have courage, you know, because you don't get to be the Emperor by just sitting around doing nothing. You have to take risks. You have to have courage. Sometimes you have to be the first one to go for it. So I would say, like, you know, this is a very strong, powerful, almost like warrior kind of energy. Yeah, so I would just say, like, go for it, but like have, or maybe even just not even go for it, just kind of like wait to receive, but have really solid boundaries, right? No game playing. This is real life. All right, so 4th week. I feel like in some way during the 4th week, you and this possible Gemini or fire sign is like absolutely connecting. Oh, it could also be like an Aquarius maybe. But yeah, you guys are super connected. You're totally into each other. We've got underneath the surface like the 8 of Wands, swiftness. So I feel like this is going to be happening so fast. The energy and the bond between you is so intense. Like you guys, like you're lit on fire, you know? It's a really, really intense energy, and yeah, you feel really alive with one another. Your advice card is the Star, and so the Star to me represents like be hopeful, go with this inspiration, and this might be a sign, this might be something that is written in the stars, meaning that this could be some sort of like twin flame, or just maybe you had past lives together or and decided to meet up. But I'm not saying that this relationship is gonna be, oh, this perfect thing, or how it's gonna be, or how it's gonna end up, you know what I mean? But like, it seems that it is something that was meant to happen. Like you guys were meant to meet and be together romantically. So I do feel like, ooh, and you know what? Maybe check your star signs as well. Use cafeastrology.com, and if you know their time of birth and your time of birth, location, etc., like you can get extremely detailed chart reading. So I think you might want to look into how you guys astrologically match up. Not just, you need to go further than the star signs or the sun sign, in my opinion, because we've got so many different, our charts are so extraordinarily detailed. Anyways, what else? I feel like, yeah, this is just a really intense, awesome energy, and the Star is saying to go for it, and also be vulnerable, right? It's okay to let your guard down, right? But like the Emperor is still saying, you know, to like, so have this balance between, you need to have good boundaries, but that doesn't mean to go overboard. Also allow yourself to be vulnerable. Okay. All right. And is this someone that you knew from the past? Someone that you knew from a long time ago? Maybe that's why we've got that nostalgia card, or maybe they make you feel like a certain way that you haven't felt for a long time. Wow. Okay, so pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and yeah, we will see how this is going. So like, please do comment below. So far you have the best reading for mid-April, so I'm a little bit jealous. But please do comment below, like, who is this? Have you received the message yet? You know, is it an Aries, or is it an Aquarius or Gemini or fire sign, or what's going on with that? 6 of Cups, it could be a possible water sign. All right, so pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. But yeah, comment below what you think. Yeah, definitely a bit jealous of your reading so far, but that's okay. All right, so if you picked one, let's see what we've got. Wow. Damn. Oh. Okay, look, this is going to be one of two things, right? If you picked one, on the surface, we've got the Chariot. Beneath the surface, and this could be a possible Cancer influence. Beneath the surface, we've got like the 5 of Cups, disappointment, and your advice is the King of Wands. So I feel like you are moving on from previous disappointment. I feel like maybe you are not going to allow yourself to go into similar patterns, like you're moving away from that. Or for some of you, it could be that like someone from your past that you were previously disappointed with is coming back into your life, right? And like it looks like a good start, but like I said, I am only seeing mid-April or the latter half of April. I'm not seeing what's beyond, you know. So, but it looks like a really great reconnection and a great start, okay? Your advice is the King of Wands, and I feel like the King of Wands is just saying, you know, to go for what you want, to be authentic, and yeah, I mean, we've got some strong wand energy, and I feel like these might be different people, right? To move beyond this disappointment and to go for this new person. So like, yeah. It's either someone new and you're trying to move away from the disappointment, beyond the disappointment, or it is someone from the past, but to kind of They might be coming back, trying to come back into your life. Yeah, you'll have to decide what resonates with you the most for that one. All right, if you pick 2, let's see what we've got. Wow. Ooh. This is so neat. Okay, so if you pick 2, on the surface we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Beneath the surface we've got the Ace of Wands, and your advice card is the World, okay? So I feel like with the 2 of Pentacles, it often means like things could still go like one way or the other, right? So when it comes to this relationship, maybe it could go one way or it could go the other. It could go good or it could go sour. So it's kind of really like up to you how you want to embrace this new start, this new energy. And I feel like you do, just remember you have the world at your fingertips. You can choose whatever you want, right? You might have these, you might think like, oh, the past was like this, so it's going to be this way. Right now, it's really up to you to decide which way things go. And also you might want to prioritize and think about like what's really important for you in your life. What do you want? What makes you feel alive and energetic? And you also might want to consider moving. Okay. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you've got you can go either way with this. So just remember that. If you pick 3, let's see what we've got. Wow. Ooh. Okay, cool. I feel like if you picked 3, on the surface we've got the High Priestess. We've got underneath the surface the 6 of Swords, Science, and your advice card is Temperance. Okay, so I feel like this is a very like, this is interesting to me. This is like coming to, you might be quite secretive with this person, or this person might be quite secretive with you, and it might be this whole logical thing, or you might be this message that you receive, this information that you receive, it might kind of make you tap into like just deep within yourself. And you know, this star can also be like an enlightening experience as well that we have on the 4th week. I feel, this is so interesting, I feel like you're balancing, because we've got the 6 of Swords sign, so like mental clarity, right? Figuring things out so that you're able to like calm your mind and like rationalize, but you also seem to have a really good balance with the spiritual aspect of things. But yeah, you might be quite secretive, subtle. And your advice card is Temperance. So I feel like you are finding balance with your like mental, rational, logical thought and your spirituality. That depth within us that is all of this unknown, right? The Akashic records and everything, like you're finding balance with like your spirituality and your soul essence and your logical, rational mind, because Temperance is all about balance, weighing things out, patience, synergy, feeling things out. And also I feel like Temperance can just be like, it almost like you have one foot in the spiritual realm, one foot in the earthly realm. So I feel like you're really finding balance within that. That is so cool. Not everyone can do that, so well done. All right, if you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. All of that's in the description below. I do monthly, mid-monthly readings, so definitely make sure you check me out for every single one. Sorry. But yeah, please do comment below, like, tell me about, are you getting a message? Is this going to turn into a love relationship? Ooh la la. All right, if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. 5 of Pentacles. You need to do some serious reflection on childhood trauma. Otherwise, you might bring that into your new relationship. Okay, so seriously do some reflecting. Have a great month. Bye.